peace, like everything else, has always to be fought for. If people know you will fight and can fight, then you're likely to live peacefully.
We became an independent state. We need to have an armed force that can defend Singapore. As part of their plan for the formation of the armed force was to have a place to train the trainers, to train the leaders.
60 hand-picked officers and non-commissioned officers reported for the first instructor preparatory course at the makeshift premises in Jurong Town Primary School on 15th February 1966.
The motivation was so simple. We were in that pioneer group. We cannot afford not to be ready to defend Singapore, to ensure our survivability.
On 18th June 1966, Dr. Goh Keng Swee officiated at the opening of SAFTI. SAFTI was presented its formation sign.
The trainees of this institute have been chosen for a very large number of applicants, and they represent the best of our youth.
On 16th June 1968, SAFTI was presented its colours by Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, founding Prime Minister.
We want them is to be good disciplined officer who is able to pass it down to younger generation, to guide them, to build up. We cannot afford to be idle and we lead by example.
I think all of us realized that Singapore was very vulnerable. All of us just chipped in and said, let's make this work, We got nowhere else to go. This is our place.
In 1982, Mr. Lee Kuan Yew mooted the idea of building a tri-service, tri-level military institute.
In time, the new buildings comprising SAFTI will arouse in our young officer cadets pride in past achievement and present endeavor, and inspire them to supreme effort on behalf of our society.
SAFTI MI was officially opened on 25th August 1995 by then Prime Minister Mr. Goh Chok Tong.
We must inject that feeling that they are really giants capable in protecting our country. The sense of pride, the sense of being larger than life is very distinct there. I feel that we have a good campus to deliver our objective for a good military institute.
SAFTI MI aims to forge a common leadership development track to enhance the partnership among the three officer corps which form the core of the SAF leadership.
Every single opportunity we get, we want to come back here. It's just like going back to your own kampung. This is more than just a training institute. This is really home for us.
This is where the melting pot of the three corps coming together, share their expertise as well as differences in our professional development as well as mission success.
CSCE has broadened my horizon and equipped me with the strategic perspective to operate in an increasingly complex environment.
To achieve the vision of becoming a premier institute for military education and training, SAFTI MI embarked on a transformation journey in 2003 to develop leaders for a third-generation SAF.
Our world has changed post 9/11. We realize that we require our leaders to be more adaptive, to respond quickly to changes in the ground, and to be able to think for themselves. Leaders in the front line are especially important. These leaders are the ones that will lead our men either to success or failure in operation. And SAFTI MI has a responsibility to train, to develop, and to prepare our leaders well.
SAFTI MI continues in its quest of preparing SAF leaders to operate more strategically and adaptively in the complex third-generation environment.
Today we can really clearly see that our officers are firstly very anchored. They understand the purpose of the SAF better. They are making more deliberate choices that are anchored on the organisation as opposed to something that may be a bit too fluffy. Our officers are more effective together with the warrant officers in developing our ability to engage.
5 decades on, SAFTI is not resting on its laurels. She forges on with a transformation journey to prepare SAF leaders to build up the next generation SAF.
The SAFTI motto, to lead, to excel, to overcome, were what we were ingrained with, when we went through OCS. Those things that we picked up still apply, right, in all parts of our life. I believe that my kids, especially my son Russell, has seen me in action, and I believe that those positive things have rubbed off.
Growing up, seeing how passionate he is towards national service, has made me want to experience national service for myself. SAFTI has really imparted a lot of skills during my cadet days that translated later on when I became a platoon commander, how leadership actually is supposed to work.
Starting from the first batch of OCS all the way to the 100th batch right now, you must understand that every single batch is supposed to be better and better.
The responsibility now lies on our shoulders, the next generation of leaders, to ensure high training standards and develop our people's potential to the fullest.
SAFTI MI also conducts training of foreign military officers and hosts exchange visits for foreign military dignitaries, underscoring its crucial role in defense diplomacy.
One of the defining moments for me was during our Common Leadership Module period, where we had to climb the 265 steps to the top of SAFTI Tower. In relation to life, it shows that we have to start by taking small steps in order to achieve the greater heights.
You don't do this job alone. You need people, and you need a network of people that will support you. The people that I met, my course mates, it's amazing. In the few months I've been in my new posting here, I've reached back to them many times for many different reasons, just for professional help and also on a social level as well.
SAFTI MI is truly a national institution. The values the trainees acquired here, along with the networks built up, must eventually permeate the whole society.
As we celebrate SAFTI 50, we are grateful that our pioneers have laid such strong foundations. Forging ahead, SAFTI MI will continue to be a national institution that develops leaders with strong core values and the warrior ethos, committed and ready to defend Singapore whatever the threat.
I would like to believe that over the years, we've produced more men like you, different races, different groups, but having shared one experience together, leave with an abiding respect for each other, a tolerance and understanding, and a camaraderie of belonging to an institution that you have every reason to be proud of. For the answer to our lack of numbers is the emphasis on quality. And if over the years, this institution acquires a reputation for producing men of more than ordinary caliber, of more than ordinary endurance, of more than just perfunctory duties, then you would have succeeded in establishing a tradition